Hello, I'm Lou and welcome to my channel. So for this week I have received the latest Artful subscription box. It only feels like I just received the previous box, so it's a nice surprise to get this in the post. It is every quarter. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what we've got in this one. It is mixed media. So yeah, let's check out what we've got inside and make some art with it. Okay, so we've got a couple of items that are wrapped up like little presents. I'll open those in a moment. I'm kind of drawn to these. So we have the Artful acrylic in blue. It's 100 mils. We've had something similar, I think, in the screen printing box. They had these little tubs of acrylic paint as well. So nice, get quite a decent amount. And then we have acrylic in yellow, same again, nice bright colour. Then we also have acrylic in red, again a really pretty colour. And we also have acrylic in black. And then we have here, oh wow, so this is a really bright orange. It's almost the same colour as the box. Wow, that's a nice colour. And this is acrylic ink in neon orange. And we have had these before in a previous box, in the ink box. I actually have them here, and it is the same acrylic ink, but this is green deep. I've got 6 of those. But none in this colour. So yeah, very pretty colour. And then we have this one, and this one feels a bit different. We have masking fluid, and this is 30 mils, and that was also 30 mils. Very nice. Okay, then you get 4 blank cards with envelopes. They always include that in the in every box. And then we also have the Artful A4 25 sheets, £140, 300 GSM mixed media pads, and it's suitable for watercolor, pencil, pen, ink, calligraphy, pastel and oil pastel. So you get a decent amount, so you can really play around with these art supplies. And I don't know if you can see the texture, so it's slightly textured, and yeah, feels really nice. And then we have some advertisement. Okay, and this is a pad, not a pad, I'm not sure what this is. So it's a big sheet of paper folded up. So I don't know if this is like wrapping paper that you can paint and then you can wrap presents with, or you can paint on it and rip it up and create something crazy. Yeah, you can go mad with this really. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what is recommended for. But we also have a pencil in 4H, so you can sketch out your ideas. We have a round 2 brush. Yep, quite a decent size. And we also have a size 11 brush. This one's got like a round end, but it's flat. I can see some coloured pencils. We have 6 here. We have nickel, which is like a grey colour, nice. Plum, postbox red, this is very bright. Azure, this is really cool colour. Olive green, It's nice to see a green actually. And orange pop. Again, another bright colour. And then also included in the box is the Artful magazine. It's absolutely jam-packed full of ideas, tips and tricks, various artists that use mixed media. It gives you a description of the art supplies that are in the box, a brief history of mixed media as well. There's so much in here that you could get inspiration from and create amazing art, so it's definitely worth a look. There's tips and tricks here, how to use, like, make a wash, adding detail, using the masking fluid. So yeah, there's a way of working with paper and cardboard, and just using the black paint and creating something really cool. So yeah, and there's also YouTube tutorials as well, so you can actually check out like video tutorials. And then this, I'm not sure what this is, it just flew out, but oh, okay, I think this is because it's mixed media. You can actually cut this up and use this in your art in some way, doing like collages and doing really cool stuff. I like that. That's nice. Yeah, they've really thought about this box. I'm quite impressed actually. You can also, if you're an actual subscriber to Artful, obviously you can use your previous boxes, because we've had colour pencils, acrylic paints, as I said, like the acrylic inks. So you could really bring all your boxes together for this one and actually create something pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this box. I was a bit worried seeing that it was mixed media, like seeing the same art supplies as like the previous boxes at being a subscriber to Artful, but the fact that they've kind of included new colours, you're not getting the same art supplies. So yeah, I'm really impressed. So I'm going to swatch out what we've got here. I'm only going to use what's in this box, so I won't merge other boxes together. I'll only do a review on this actual box. So I'll do a swatch, and then I'll jump in and create something with what we've got. So yeah, enjoy the time lapse.
She's putting all of her cards down on the table, knowing there's no way that you'll be able to win this one. But she's somebody else in the making. First, she just gotta stop all the faking, and she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Somebody say, don't be afraid of loving yourself, 'cause that is all you got in the end. You got in the end. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself, cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that'll make her feel better? Make her feel better. And that's where she'll go. Talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself, cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own. Take a train ride just to see for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you, cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from being alone. I did the same just for you. You don't know how much I love you, cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from being alone. You could lie, but lying only buys you so much time. You could hurt, but hurting's never gonna make it fine. You could shake, but try and shake it off all you can. You might fake, it's never gonna make you understand. I don't care what you do, but here's a tip from me to you. Look your failures in the eye. you conceal could be hell. You're shutting someone up that knows you well, tear you apart, pull you from the end back to the start. I don't care what you do, but here's a tip for me to you. Look your failures in the eye, only way to say goodbye. Once you lift them from your heart, you could have a brand new start, it's true. And life will smile to you. I say life will smile to you. I once stood where you stand now with no end in sight. I was lost, but if it's worth the win, it's always worth the fight. It's always worth the fight, yeah. I don't care what you do, but here's a tip for me to you. Look your failures in the eye, only way to say goodbye. Once you lift them from your heart, you could have a brand new start, it's true. It's true. I don't care what you do, but here's a tip for me to you. Look your failures in the eye, only way to say goodbye. Once you lift them from your heart, you could have a brand new start, it's true. Your life could smile to you.
If you could be more, if you could be all that you adore, if you could be far away from here, if you had what it takes, would you run until it breaks? If you tried, could you fix your mistakes? 'Cause I was never really over you. No matter what I say or what I do, just look into my eyes and see it's true. Oh, no, I was never really over you. If I could be strong, if I could turn melodies to songs, if I could steal oceans from a tear, if I had what it takes, if I run until I break, if I tried, could I fix my mistakes? 'Cause I was never really over you. No matter what I say or what I do, just look into my eyes and see it's true. Oh, no, I was never really over you.
Okay, so we're at the end of the video, and this is the art piece that I created. I am not sure how I feel about this piece, to be honest. Halfway through, I really hated it, and I was so close to just giving up on it. But as I carried on and started using other art supplies and finishing it off with the colouring pencils to give a bit of texture and detail, I was really actually starting to like it. I tried to use everything in the box. I did use the little booklet of images and textured like patterns and that. The only thing I did use was this one for the plant pot. I didn't want to go too mad with the collaging. I was considering using this for the green part of the leaves, but I felt like it was a bit dark and it would just not look right, so I didn't bother with that. And I mean, it's okay with the green paint. I'll start from the beginning. So I actually chose this reference off of Pinterest. I really liked the idea of it, and I was actually inspired by the tutorial that's in the booklet. I actually do follow a couple of art vloggers that work in this kind of style, such as Apple Cheeks, Paloma the Peach, and Megan Wang, and a few others as well. But yeah, their art style is very much like that, and I was quite inspired by it, so I wanted to do something a little bit similar. So yeah, I sketched out with the pencil, which was 4H. In the booklet it does say the pencil is an F, not a 4H, so I don't know whether they just ran out of pencils, F pencils, and it doesn't matter, it still does the same thing. I was able to sketch out, and yeah, so I sketched it out, then started with the background with the blue paint. I did apply a bit of water because I didn't want a very strong blue background. I wanted to mute it a little bit. I will be brutally honest here, the paints are awful. Really don't like the paints at all. They're not opaque, they're very transparent. Even just solid applying the paint on there, it kind of feels like school grade paint. They're very pigmented, and they do stain, so if you do get it on your hands, like it's taken all day to get the paint off, they do stain. But yeah, they're not great paints, to be honest. As you can see, some of these, you can see the texture from the paint with the paintbrush, and I just left it like that. I think, to be honest with you, it kind of helped create the detail and design and texture in the art piece, which I'm okay with. Obviously I mixed the yellow and the blue to create the secondary colour green, but yeah, not great paints. The acrylic ink, however, is very nice. It works very nice. It becomes quite smooth on the paper. As you can see, there's hardly any streaks on there at all. I really love this colour. It's a nice bright orange colour, and although the reference I used had pink leaves, I don't really have pink, and I don't have a white, so I couldn't create like a pink at all. So I thought I'd try and use the orange. I put a little bit of red in there just to darken it a little bit, so there wasn't too much orange. I mean, it's still pretty orange, but yeah, I think I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, I recommend the acrylic inks. They're very good. Definitely recommend that, and they do mix okay with the paints. Took a little while, but they work okay. And then once I applied the paint, of course I used the masking fluid before I applied the paint, and actually works very well, in fact too well. I really had to rub to get it off in some sections, but yeah, actually with this paper, the paper that they provided, it worked very well. There was no tearing of the paper when I was rubbing it away. So yeah, kudos to Artful. This is pretty good masking fluid. So yeah, so I applied the masking fluid to let that dry, and then I applied the paint, and then waited for that to dry to then use the colouring pencils over the top. And actually the colouring pencils on top of the paint work very nicely. They're very nice to work with. Some of the colouring pencils, the leads broke very easily, but they are very pigmented. They cover very well on the paper, and yeah, I like the pencils. So yeah, this is pretty much what I created, and I guess I do like it. It's not my usual art style, as I said, but I gave it a good crack, and I would like to try again, and try something a bit different. The only thing I would say is it's really cool that they've included this booklet with loads of images and like textured prints and whatnot, but because it's double-sided, you would lose something. So as an example, because I cut out this, it's actually the back of an image, so I could have used this image in another project, and now I can't. So that's the only thing, is like I wish that they were like single sheets, so you could actually use everything in this little booklet. But I think that's probably my only criticism, other than the paint. I didn't use the black, however, I didn't use that, and I think that's probably the most opaque out of all of them. I didn't use this at all. I will probably have a go with this in another video or another project. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, overall, other than the paints, I mean, you can still work with the paints, you know, as I did. You can still work with them, you just won't, unless you layer the paints on top of each other to get it opaque. They're not great, but they can work. So yeah, overall I think it's a good little box. And I did also find out that the colouring pencils are random as well, and so is the acrylic ink. So you do get a neon colour, but depending, you could get a completely different colour to neon orange. So if you do get this box, you may not get exactly what I've got in this box, but everything else is standard in the box. So yeah, so that is my review of this Artful box. Please do let me know down in the comments what you think of what I've created. What would you have done with these art materials? If you've got this box, what do you think to this box? Let me know in the comments down below. But for now, please do give me a like, share and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care. Bye.